How you doing, people? Random here. So today we're dealing with this Ted Park Challenge lock. Now, it's a master lock, lockout, tagout lock. It's a 6-pinner from what I can see from the key. I guess it probably has some spools in it. I do get a little bit of play out of that core, but it could just be the fact that it's on a plastic body. So I think what we're going to try to do is pick this thing, and then we're going to beat it with a hammer till it opens up. We'll find out what goodies are inside. Let's try this one. No, let's try this one. That was the 50. This is the... Yeah, it's almost a little loose for the 40 too. We're gonna try to hug that in there. Got my thumb in the way, sorry, but I'm going to try to keep this in here. It's definitely an odd size. It might just be easier to get some piano wire and make a tension wrench. So we're doing moderate tension on this sucker. We'll start at the back. Six is springy. I just got a click out of 4 and 5. Ooh. Loaded to a false set, hitting pin 3. Pin 2, get just a tiny turn on the core. I'm on pin 1, but I fear that if I hit pin 1 the right way, I will shoot my tension wrench out of there. This will be the hardest part, I think, is holding that tension wrench in there. There we go. There was a spool on pin 1. So far we got a little spool on pin 1 and 3. Hopefully that didn't cause me to lose my false set. Getting a tiny bit of rotation on whatever that is. 2. I almost say it's 4. Damn it. That was pin 6. I just got, it's getting solid now, but it's just got a tiny turn on the core on him. Let's see if there's a spool back there. I don't think so. Trying to get a good angle on it. I got a little bit of turn on the core, but nothing good. I think I'm sliding off. Oh yeah, we got a spool back there. Not doing much for me. I think I'm jammed in between the... Oh yeah, I got her. Sweet. Freaking awesome. I love it. So that put up a little bit of a fight. I'm very impressed, actually. I'm not impressed by the body, but I'm impressed by the core, and I really want to see what's inside of it. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to smack it with one of my big hammers. And I got a problem with my wife. She's all about shoes, and I'm all about hammers. I don't know if I showed you this one before. This one was actually I was at a job site and it was going in the garbage. And this is you can almost see the RR there. And I don't know if it was something railroad, but it was going in the garbage and I saved it. So I'm going to go down to the ground and I am going to beat the side of this and see if I can crack it open. And we'll show you what's inside. Because these two halves, they're not actually glued together. What happens is they take the two plastic halves, they stick all the parts inside, stick it on top, and they use an ultrasonic vibration that'll actually vibrate these at a very high frequency rate, and it'll actually melt the plastic in between. At least that's how they used to do it. And so what you'd be able to do is, if you had like a wall wart that would plug into the wall, like something like this, and you get open to fix it, you just smack it on the ground, it would crack the plastic. So we're going to try that. I'll be right back, but you'll be able to hear everything, because we can only do this once. And there we go. Okay. So 2 good hits with a hammer has cracked that. Let's see what's inside. Whoa! Don't move. We have no spring on the core. There we go. Sorry guys, I will move this camera down in my excitement. I'll show you what's inside. Yeah, so it's got a double ball locking mechanism, which is alright. So if this was in the locked position, which we'll put that in the locked position, that is a 6-pin core. It would sit in like that. There is no bypassing this one. You can't shim it. There's not enough room to shim it. And if you look at the cam in the back, that sits fully in there. So even if you did get a bypass tool in there, you could never turn it. Let's zoom this out. Now, taking all that into factor, if you've ever been into a factory or worked in a factory, people really don't give 2 shits about anybody else's stuff. So what they're going to do is you got this locked on a device, they're just going to take their cutters and they're going to cut right through it. They're going to chuck your lockout tagout lock in the garbage, and when you come back over saying, what happened to my tag, they're just going to say, I don't know what you're talking about. So would I use one of these in the industry? No, I wouldn't. As I say, I use the other Master Lock one, or I'll just use a standard 1100. I like to use the red ones because for some reason people get scared and they think it's the fire department that locks it out, so they don't want to screw with it. But either way, let's see what's inside the core. And we do have a key. I'm going to take that C-clip off first. I can find something to take a C-clip off. Oh, there it is. Come on. So what was my guess? Pin 1 was a spool, I thought. Pin 2 was a spool, and pin 4 and 6. 1, 2, 4, and 6, I think. There could be more spools in there, but just the way it was at the shear line. Do I have a follower? Doesn't really matter if I have a follower or not. Yes, it does. Bear with me, my follower, there it is. It's in my big jar of crap. I knew I had it here somewhere. Okay. I'm going to tilt this down for you a little bit. Let's see what's in pin 1. Standard. 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 Way up there. And we are a spool. 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 I didn't feel one serrated in here at all, but I think they're spool. Whoa, what's that? That is a shallow, like a That is a serrated pin. Well, there's only one click. I got a light click on 4 and 5. I think the last one's a spool. Yeah, it is. Okay. So this one and this one were just at the shear, at that point in the shear line where they didn't really come into play. So, and your springs are all going to be standard steel springs. So yeah, Master Lock Lockout Tagout Lock, the plastic version, it actually has almost a better core than the standard Master Lock Lockout. It's more restricted keyway, as far as I can tell, unless somebody can tell me what kind of keyway that is. I don't have one. Doesn't mean you guys don't. I will zoom in. We'll show you what the pins look like. So yeah, we have a spool and a standard, a spool, another spool, a serrated, and a spool, and all the bottom pins were all standard. But yeah, thanks for watching, and thank you Ted Park for sending me this lovely lock, and I hope you didn't mind that I cut it to pieces. So I won't be able to send this part out to somebody, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this keyway, I'll change the bottom pins to serrated pins, and I'll put it in another lock, and I will send it out to somebody who wants to play around with it. Oh, I should have checked the, see if it's master or a, yeah, it is a master version. I'll put it in a master body, and I'll send it out to somebody to let them play with it. But thank you to everybody that subscribed recently, and all my previous subscribers for watching my stuff, and take care and support your local locksmith.